Hi everyone, I'm Caryn and welcome to today's hip mobility stretch out. So mobility is of course extremely important in the body, and today we're going to be focusing on the lower body region and most specifically in the hip areas. All right, so what you're going to need today is a block, maybe two, just grab two just in case. You don't necessarily need them, but it's just nice to have them nearby as a just in case. All right, well, let's get things going. We're gonna come into a seated position. We're gonna be mostly down on our mat today, which is quite nice. And then separate your feet about as wide as your mat, bring your hands behind your hips, and then just windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Make sure that you drop your knee as close towards the mat as you internally rotate. Keep moving here, keeping nice and lifted in the chest. Just loosening up. And let's take a few more here. Working in the hips is a very sometimes intense, for a lot of us, area. So just bringing a little bit of range of motion and fluidity into this area is such a beautiful sensation. All right, let's take one more each side. And perfect. All right, come into that seated position. Tuck your left leg so that your heel is close to your right hip. And then you're gonna take your right shin from foot to knee and cradle it, gripping with your hands. If you're unable to grip here, you can always use a strap or a towel to hold onto. You wanna make sure that you're nice and elevated in the spine, soften the shoulders down from the ears, and then just gently rock from side to side. They call this rocking the baby. I wonder why, right? It feels really good. It just starts to bring in a little bit of openness into that right hip. Take a couple here. See if you can take it nice and slow. Try not rush through today. The purpose of working on our mobility is to, of course, increase our range of motion and to assist with our flexibility. But we need to just be nice and gentle as we do so. We don't want to injure ourselves in any of the things we do today. All right, take a few more rocks. Nice. Okay, we're going to take a hold of the right foot and then begin to stir an imaginary enormous pot. All right, so your heel is your spoon and you're experiencing your full range of motion here. So really exaggerate your circles here, pushing your knees far back as you can. Try and stay nice and lifted in the spine and then change direction. Just a couple here. Soften the shoulders, soften in the face. Nice. All right, we're gonna switch sides. So tuck that right leg under and then cradle your left leg. Foot to knee, find your grasp, sit up nice and tall, and then rock side to side. Loosening up on one side. You might notice that one side feels a little easier than the other. It's very normal. We all have one dominant side wherein we experience a little more ease, and then the other side might feel a little more challenging. That's okay. That's what our props are for. Blocks and straps. All right, take a few more here, side to side. Nice. Take a hold of the foot and then start to stir your imaginary pot. Pull that knee back as far as you can. Really exaggerate. The more we do an action, for example, taking circles here, the more you do it, the more it starts to signal to the body that what we're doing is not harmful, and we can begin to soften in. Change direction. Nice. All right. Perfect. Great job. Up next, we're coming into 90-90. So you want a 90-degree angle with your front leg and then as close to a 90-degree angle with your back. If you're on a hard surface, you might want to bring something beneath your knee here. If you're not getting that 90-degree angle in the back leg, it's completely fine. We don't want to be leaning too far to the side or too far back. We want to try stay nice and elevated. So as much as you can, rather getting that 90-degree angle in your front leg. All right, if this is just greatly uncomfortable for you, grab a block and you're going to come and bring it beneath the right hip. This is just going to lessen the intensity in the external rotation in your right and the internal in your left, all right? So try it out. We don't want to experience any pain. And then once you've found your position, take your fingertips in front of you or to a block and just start to lean forward. And we're just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Take your right hand, press down on your right knee, and try pull your right knee up. Feel that tension in the hip. Pull up, and press down firmly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Lean it forward. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself up, hand to knee, press down firmly. Activate. Try pull that knee up as high as you can. It ain't going up though. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take yourself forward. Maybe you're noticing you're going a little closer towards the earth. Breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And press yourself back up. All right, from here, we're gonna lean ourselves slightly forward, not a certain intensity like we did just before, and then try and lift that back leg. You might feel that in your left hip. It might start to cramp up even. I can feel a slight cramp right now. So even if you're not lifting the foot off, you rather wanna focus on trying to lift it up. So that sensation, that signal to the foot to lift. All right, and we're just gonna lift, hold, 3, 2, 1, drop it down, soften. And then let's do that again. Flex your foot here. Try lift it up as high as you can. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. It barely comes off, but the sensation is really intense. Take a few breaths and rest here. And final round, slight lean forward, lift, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, nice work. All right, start to open that left leg out as far as you can. What you want to focus on is not letting this right knee come up. We want to keep that knee glued down without using our hands. So hands beside your body, press that left knee back, press that right knee down, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, soften. It always blows my mind that such minuscule movement can have a very big effect. All right, let's do that again. Push that knee back. Push, push, push. Drop your right knee down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, soften. And just final round here. Let's go, lift. Push it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop. Nice work. All right, lift yourself up through center. We're gonna take this to the opposite side. So sitting yourself up here, you might notice that one side you might need a block and then the other side you don't. Hey, Moses. All right, so find that little 90-degree angle with your left leg this time. Right knee is bent, toes turn outward. Make sure you're not leaning over to the side. Try center yourself as much as possible. All right, fingertips in front of you. And fold, find your edge, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press yourself up. Left hand to your knee, try and lift and push down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, soften. Find your fold. Taking it a little further perhaps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and rise. Left hand to left knee, push down. Push as hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Find that final fold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourself up. Nice work. Final push, hand to knee. Push down and try pull up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Amazing. All right. Next one is trying to lift that back foot. So fingertips down. Try and lift. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Soften. Whew. Tiny cramp in the hip. Massage it out if you get that little cramp. It's okay. It's very, very normal. This is a very abnormal way of lifting our foot. So if it feels weird, you're not alone. Okay, round 2, let's go. Lift, lift, lift as high as you can. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Breathe, soften. Final round, let's go. Lean and lift. 3, 2, and 1, drop it down. Nice. Massage out that area. All right, taking our right knee out, coming onto the right foot, push the knee back whilst keeping the left knee pressing down. All right, press it back, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften in. Breathe for a moment. Round 2, let's go. Lift, push it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, final lift. Let's go. Drop your foot, push back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right. Come back through center, take your time. Just be very gentle as you exit out of these poses and find your little windshield wiping side to side. Perfect. All right, next up, we're bringing the soles of our feet together and letting your knees drop open wide. This is a great place to use those blocks. If your knees are all the way up here, maybe you want to bring the blocks beneath it just to soften into the inner thighs. All right, take your hands around your feet and just start to bounce your knees here a little bit. Signaling that softness, soften your shoulders. And then find your stillness. You can decide how close you want your heels to inner thighs, if you want it closer for a more triangular shape or further away for more of a diamond. Deep breath in and exhale, fold, find your edge, hold. 3, 2, 1, lift back up, soften, and lean forward once again. Find that edge. 3, 2, 1. Press back up. And last round, soften it as far as you can. Find that edge. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Use your hands to guide your knees back upward. All right, coming up next, we're coming into a lunge position. And I'm going to show you with my left knee forward first. So let's start on that left side. Finding your low lunge position, back toes are tucked. If you're sensitive under that right knee, you can bring something beneath the right knee. Hands to your hips. You're gonna shift forward, sending your knee over your ankle. Press back up. As you come back up, step out about a 30-degree angle. 30? Yeah. To a diagonal shape. Sink into the knee there, dropping your hips closer towards your left knee. Press back up, and then we're gonna step out sideways. My angle's not good today, don't judge me on this. Sink into that hip, 90 degrees, there we go. And come back up. Take it back diagonal, drop, sink, and lift. Back through center, sink, and lift. All right, let's go. One more time. Sink forward. Press back. Take it diagonal, sink in. Press back. Take it out 90 degrees, sink in, and press back. Diagonal, sink, and lift. Straight forward, sink in, and press back. Nice. Let's switch sides. All right. So right leg forward this time. Find your low lunge position, hands to your hips. Let's go sink in as far as you can. Lift out. Take it diagonal. Sink it in to the side, up. Take it 90 degrees, sink out. Back. Diagonal. Lift. Forward. Lift. Hold. Let's take one more round. Sink straight. Lift out. Diagonal. Lift out. Take it 90. Press up. Back to that diagonal. Press up. Straight forward. And lift. Nice work. All right. Come to step super wide on your mat. And keep your fingertips to the mat. You can also use blocks here. Start to sink into your right knee and then your left. Let your toes slightly turn outward here. Heels slightly in. Sinking the hips side to side. Try see if each time you drop in again, you can drop a little lower. Keep going here. Couple more, side to side. Nice, let's go 4, 3, last 2, and last one, each side. Boom, done. All right, toes slightly in, heels slightly out, wide forward fold. Take a hold of the blade edges of your feet, maybe your ankles, even your calf muscles. Use the bend in your elbows and upper body strength to pull yourself down. You can have a gentle bend in the knees here. Pulling your heart through, hips to the sky. Take one more deep breath. And gently halfway lift. Nice. Pivot and turn yourself back to the front of the mat. We're coming back down into a seated position. All right, laying down on your back body. Hug your knees into your chest. Left knee down. Take it to a half happy baby. So grab a hold of the outer edge of your right foot. Pull your right knee down. Focus on pressing this left hip down as well. You might notice it starts to lift off the mat. We want to keep it glued down. Soften in your shoulders. Use that left hand to push the hip down. Close your eyes and take a few breaths here. Use your exhales to try and pull the right knee further down. And release. Opposite side, right foot down. Take your half happy baby on the opposite side. Pulling that knee down, watching that right hip. Pull, pull, pull. Close your eyes. Let your exhales soften a tiny bit more. Nice. Last breath. And release. Awesome. Stay nice and low here. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Reach through, interlace your fingers maybe around the thigh or shin of your left leg. Soften the shoulders and flex your right foot. Think about pressing that right knee up to the ceiling. Sky, ceiling, scaling. Breathe into the right hip. Feel it in the glutes, hamstring. One more breath. And switch. Left ankle over right thigh, reach through, find your grip, and then push your left knee to the sky, flex the left toes. Soften your shoulders and keep pushing your lower back down into the mat. Take a last breath here. Nice, release. Rocking yourself up. Take yourself to a downward facing dog, step back, send your hips up nice and high, pedal out your feet here a little bit, sway your hips side to side. And then step your right foot outside of your right hand, drop that left knee down. You can stay lifted on your palms. You can use a block here to start coming down to the forearms, or maybe your forearms are already all the way down to the mat. What we want to focus on for this one is keeping the right big toe pressing firmly down. So not letting that right knee drop open. You want to squeeze your right knee in towards the right side of your body. So feel that activation. We're going to soften into this in a moment, but we're experiencing more of an active style of stretch here by squeezing the right knee to the side of your body. You're going to start to feel that in the inner thighs. You should feel that on the front of your left hip. That's called your hip flexor. Just breathe through it, close your eyes, soften the crown of your head, and keep pushing your hips downward. So mobility is something that I think and believe that we need to work on every single day. It's so important as we work on increasing our mobility. It therefore means that our range of motion is greater. This is going to really help us when it comes to anything strength-based. So from our weightlifting to doing simple activities like carrying a whole bunch of groceries from the car because we never want to do it in more than one run. It's just simple things in life, and it's really, really important to maintain our range of motion and work on experiencing our full range of motion. That really helps with our bone health, our muscle health, joint health, everything. So you're doing really good things. Even if it's just stillness and it doesn't look like much, it feels like a lot. All right, press yourself up onto your palms, flex your right toes, and then roll to the blade edge of your right foot. All right, dropping your right knee out to the side. Still focus on sinking those hips down nice and low. Take one more breath. Nice. Press back up and then step back, downward facing dog, pedal out those feet, get a little blood flow back in those joints, hips. And let's take the opposite side. Left foot outside your left hand, drop your right knee this time. Stay lifted or come onto your palms. You might notice on the one side, you're able to go down a little deeper than the other side. For me, my left side, I feel I can't get as low than I can on my right. And that's okay. That's what blocks are really nice for, to start to use them as like stepping stones to getting lower. So left foot is grounded, squeeze left knee to the side of your body. Keep focusing on dropping the hips down nice and low, soften the crown of the head. And then just close your eyes here and maybe just start to notice and pay attention to what feels different on this side. Let's take a few deep breaths. Great job, everyone. Just one more deep breath here. Very nice. All right, lift yourself onto the palms, flex your right toes first, and then roll to the blade edge. All right, staying lifted on the palms, letting that right knee drop open as far open as feels good for you. Sink the hips down. Take one more breath. And release. Downward facing dog, step back. Little pedal out here. And then drop the knees. All right, guys, well, that is it for your hips and bringing some love into that area of your body. Go for a little walk and just let things settle and resume. Even if you just take a little stroll around your home or your gym or wherever you are today. Thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed this nice hip release. I'll see you soon. Take care.